This is the new car. Welcome back to another episode of Project Driveway. This episode is a bit of a special one, a bit of a big one. It's going to be a big episode, this one, so grab your Mars pods and grab your Red Bull and get yourself snuggled up for this big episode of me swearing. But no, we've got some new stuff. So, got one of these for the Foz, a new overflow bottle. Gonna ditch the Red Bull can. Some of those you'll see. This lamp's actually cooking everything.
Yeah, it's quite warm.
I've kind of got my hands full, but we've got a rear main seal for the Miata, because if you watch the previous episodes, we ended up making it leak, and then we tried to block it back up, but that didn't work, so we've had to change it. And I've also got these for the MX-5s, which is a special tool to put these in. Some people don't like, or some people can do it without it, but it's $30 and I'm like, it'll work. So we got that from MX-5 Mania in Sydney. And we've also got this. A manual gearbox for the Miata. So, we're converting the Miata from from shit to cool. Order a manual. That was a bit of a representation, I didn't mean to say that. We're changing it to manual. So, I picked up a full conversion kit without the ECU. I'm not 100% if they're the same or they're different from the autos to manuals. So what we've got is a gearbox with the shifter on there. A manual tail shaft, as the auto ones are longer or shorter, they're a different size. This big old thing, we got this. It's called a BPP or some shit, but that connects. There's one on there now, but it's different size because it's different size gearbox and da da da. And what it does, it reduces shutter because it's such a short wheelbase. Reduces the shutter, da da da, and it runs alongside. So you got the bottom of the car, the tail shaft. It runs on the side there. If that makes sense, you'll see later anyway. We've got that clutch and flywheel assembly, and pedals. So clutch pedal, and then the manual brake and automatic. Fuck man, I'm retarded. Accelerator pedal, because on an automatic you'll have a long rectangle brake pedal, where on the manuals you've got a little one, the same size as a clutch pedal. Also got some tools. I got some picks and shit, and one of these for when we pull the old rear main seal out. They're usually in there pretty tight. Usually, sometimes you can get them easy, but you need to try and get it out without scratching the crankshaft where the rear main seal sits over, because if you scratch it, which I've done before, it really fucks you up. I got some more car stands too, and some coolant for the Foz, because we just found out the radiator's leaking. Well, it's got a pinhole leak. I might just pull it back a bit and we'll work on the front of it, because when it gets dark later, because my dumb ass left this to the end of the day on what a nice Melbourne day it is today. When it gets dark later, I can turn the lights on and we can see what's going on down there. But yeah, this is a bit of a mission. I've watched some YouTube tutorials, so you could call me a YouTube mechanic. So yeah, there's a bit of kind of things we've got to do, like the exhaust has got to come down. I won't remember everything right now, but you'll end up seeing this. I'm probably talking for too long. We should probably get involved in it. Yeah, let's get started, Adam. Let's get started, mate.
That's exactly what I was going. Yep. All right. Cool. Let's go.
Thanks.
Helping. Brand newies.
I don't want to do that.
No. Just the Miata's in a very awkward predicament right now.
I'm going to do this because I can't fit the jack under the front because my dumb ass lifted the back up first.
Are we doing a lifted Miata build or?
Yeah, bro.
4B Miata.
But yeah, we've got the Miata up now. I got it up very high to give us room to move under there with the gearbox and whatnot. Plus I need some extra room because I'll have to put the gearbox on the jack and help me balance it and all that shit. Alright, so under the car now, and as you can see, it's a bit fucking oily. That is from the rear main seal, which is in here, which is the start of the gearbox. So yeah, from here to round about here is the auto gearbox, is what we're dropping out. So what we need to do, we're going to drop the exhaust all the way back. This is that BPP thing, that weird looking thing that sits on the side, as you can see. We need to drop that. You got all these different lines and whatnot for the auto box we need to get rid of. And in here, can I turn the handbrakes on so it probably won't? But we've got, I think there's four or five bolts that we've got to take off in the inspection hole as well for the auto torque converter. Yeah, so you just got to kind of jam something in the splines for the fucking, what's it called, a flex plate. Turn it around, undo those bolts, because when you decide to take off the auto gearbox, you'll be able to take the torque converter off with it. That was such a mix-up of fucking words, man. I need English class.
We got there eventually.
Yeah. Look at these scrapes. I need one of those. I need one of these. And I need one of those. Oh, not one of those. One of these. Oh, not one of those. I need one of these. And I need one of these. I need one of those. And one of those. That's a complete random. I have no idea what I need.
We've pretty much got everything that a car takes and hope.
Yeah, Japanese car anyway. Not some stupid 13 mils. I'm going to start with taking this exhaust and this bar off. Let's see if I got it right. That would have been right if they weren't fucked. Ow. See, I was right. It's just they're scraped to the shit house and like bird and shit. You know, bird, like cheap bird.
Put some strength into it, mate.
Bro,
No?
the first bolt, man. What the fuck? This is not gonna go well at all.
Done some WD-40.
That's tight. Nah, I need a half inch. Bro, this bitch tight as fuck. Oh,
there we go.
see? Easy as that. See, first try, as easy as that. This build, this manual conversion, very easy, very easy. See?
Yeah, first bolt's taking 5 minutes.
Alright, so we got that thing off, which came off with great ease. Now, we're taking off the exhaust.
Don't make banging noises. I said don't.
Alright, so we're into the car. That's the exhaust and gearbox, leaky gearbox. I took off. There's a little mount here, which mounts to the gearbox, and there's a 12mm on the other side, which is a bit of a prick to get to. The O2 sensor's also up there. Can you see it from here? Yeah, so you got the O2 sensor here, which I've taken off, and the 12mm through there. Big long bolt. Both of them come off, and then the line runs into the engine bay for the O2 sensor, which I've disconnected. Now I've got to take these 3 14mm off, which are a bit of a pain because I can't fucking get in there. But I'm going to try, and apparently these snap, so wish me good luck. Ow. Oh, big difficulties. Doing something. We're doing something. I'm still wrestling with the downpipe bolts. I got 1 out of 3. The other 2 just won't budge. I've had the impact gun on it, double span at it, fucking WD-40'd it. They're just not budging, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll think of it. Maybe. I got number 2 after an hour of me trying to do it, and I just fucking grew the balls to go ham on it and crush my fingers midway of whatever you want to call it. 1 to go, and I think this is the hardest because I seriously can't get to it. It's all the way up the top. Like I thought the Subaru dump pipe was bad. Holy shit, this is fucking worse. What do you mean? What? Took 10 seconds, bro.
Motherfucking.
What are you talking about? First try, I got the bolt out, mate. What are you talking about? It's not night time, it's just I got the door closed.
Yeah, it's not dark outside.
Nah, it didn't take me another hour to get this other nut off. And it didn't take me another busted finger and a breaker bar.
Hey, success!
Ah, it's sharp!
What do you mean it's sharp?
It's not blunt. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, exhaust off. I'm gonna get this mount off. It's not called the right word, but yeah. So what do we got? I think that's a 14 or a 15. 2 of those up there. Oh, we've also got all these, we've got a wire that runs all the way across it, which we've got to pluck off, and we've got an earth strap here, which is a 10mm. Got to pop that off. What else we got? And looks like another 2 16s up this end, or some bullshit. Watch this be stupid tight. Ah! I'll try this one. Can you, like, try and yank? Yeah, try and push towards the back of the car. It's tight, huh?
Yeah, okay, it's a bit. Hang, go back 1.
More.
There we go. Okay.
Pull! God damn it! Pull! Good work, Adam.
Swapsies.
Teamwork. We got 2 long ass bolts that came out of those 2 bolts into the diff. The one with old Jimmy looking here goes into this weird looking washer that kind of actually goes into the diff, which we've got to try and pry out. Alright, so we've got if you can see, can you see that?
Yep.
These things are up the top, and they actually hold it in to the gearbox, to the diff as well. So easiest way, screw the bolt back in and punch it with a hammer back up. But because I've already moved it, this other hole's not going to line up. So it's going to be a bit of a pain to try and get that one in. So I'm going to wrestle with it some more. Fuck, this is going to be a pain in the ass, bro. How about these? Where? Oh, there you are. I got the other one.
I see that the bolt. Oh shit! Under your ear.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, but it's under your behind your head. Back. No. Right there.
Ah, it's a spacer thing. Covered in absolute fucking shit. Ah, I got it. Good work, Adam. Holy crap. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Oh! I see you made it. My hands, they're so greasy. There's something in my ear apparently. But yeah, that's out. So now we've got the tail shaft exposed. One side just plugs into the gearbox, the other side you got 4 nut and bolts most likely. I haven't even looked, this is a guess. And we're going to take those out, and then that'll drop from the diff, and then we just pop it out of the back of the gearbox, and that's the tail shaft out too. But I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. What did we accomplish today? We thought about what we were going to do, and we brainstormed how to do it. We chose what, hold up, the camera's smudged. But what else we do? Alright, so we started off lifting the car up. Adam, what did we do? I forgot.
We lifted the car, jack stands, took the really hard bolts out of the front.
Yeah, that's right, the exhaust. Those ones that took legit like 3 hours for 3 bolts.
Like we started when the sun was still way up there, and then we finished when the sun was, well, like the way it is now.
It's dark.
And that was just 3 bolts. In the hardest place I've ever seen. Like, I don't even know why the designers of the Miata decided that would be a good idea for them to go there.
But yeah, we got those out, which was good. We didn't snap them, we didn't strip them, which is fucking amazing. And then we went ahead, we dropped that bar before we did the exhaust. We dropped the exhaust, we dropped that PPF thing.
What was it called? It was power plant frame.
Power plant frame, yeah, PPF, yeah. Power plant frame. And all that does, it connects the gearbox to the diff and follows the tail shaft, drive shaft, tail shaft, follows the tail shaft, and because the car's so light and short wheelbase, around 70 Ks, without it, you'd get shudder from the tail shaft doing that, obviously really quick. And what that does, that just holds everything together so you don't get that shudder. But yeah, we took that off. What else did we take? Do we take anything else off? I can't remember. But
exhaust, PPF.
Anyway, oh well.
That's about it.
Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up, and we'll be back next week anyway. So, if you did enjoy this video, leave a like, comment on how we did, and subscribe if you want some more, because this will be back next week, and hopefully we'll tackle as much as possible. Even get to the extent, hopefully, of getting the old gearbox off. Because I forgot to get a clutch aligning tool to bolt the clutch up. I got to get that. I still got to get fluids and all that jazz.
Got to get in the car and play with pedal boxes and etc. etc.
Yeah, there's still plenty to do, but yeah, that's kind of the whole reason of this channel, is to do it yourself. Save that little bit of extra money of giving it to the mechanic. I do recommend giving it to the mechanic if you don't know what you're doing, or if you're not willing to put yourself in that position of keeping a car not going to be moving for some period of time.
Yeah, if it's your daily and it's your first try, either have someone there that knows what they're doing, or just, yeah. Yeah, like, we all started doing it ourselves, learnt all ourselves,
YouTube, Google was a big thing. Find some forums. I know forums are old and stuff, but they got some fucking good information on them. If you want to sit there and read them. But yeah, that's the whole point of the channel, is to just do it yourself. I know it might be hard and it's cold nights and we've got no room, but it's what we enjoy doing, right? And I'm going to need a new Project Driveway jumper because this one is fucking ruined from me dragging myself underneath the car. But yeah, go over to the Facebooks, go over the Instas, check the photos we put up during the weeks. And we'll be back next week with some more Miata carnage.